Hi there, my name is Tavio Soto. I'm the author of Pupster II, Saving Sarah. I'm trying to motivate people to join this mission with me to try to get this book into the hands of every single child in the United States, because the message is that important. And so to do so, I'm going to put my I'm going to share with you the vision. I'm going to share with you a chapter from this book so you can know why this is so important. Okay? This is Pupster II, chapter 14. The chapter is entitled Alone. Sarah's heart raced. Her mind was going in 1,000 directions. She remembered her dad telling her that if she was ever in a situation that she couldn't figure out, she had to remain calm and think. So she told herself, "Okay, Sarah, remain calm. Think. Remain calm. Think." Her pulse began to settle. "I'm not hurt. The lady hasn't tried to hurt me yet." She reassured herself, it's going to be okay. The SUV began to slow. The lady, who hadn't said much thus far, had pulled into a driveway. They were at a house just outside of the city. It was maybe a 10-minute drive from the hospital. The kidnapper impatiently waited for the garage door to open. She turned to Sarah to remind her that she should be still. "Sit there and be quiet, little girl. I don't want to hurt you, but I will." Sarah didn't want to tempt this lady's patience. After all, she was brazen enough to take her from the hospital. She was strong enough to fight off Pupster, and she did all of this in front of the public. Sarah did not want to go into the garage. That was another rule that her dad shared with her. Don't go into private spaces, she recalled. Hearing his voice as they slowly pulled into the garage, she gathered the courage to try the doors one more time. But they wouldn't budge. The lady stared at her as she watched her trying to escape. She even snickered, knowing that Sarah was now in her complete control. They sat quietly as the garage door shut behind them. Sarah was trapped. The light of day gave way to darkness. She didn't know the horrors she could face from this moment on. She took her mom's advice and prayed quietly to herself. Back at the hospital, Detective Mayana was gathering information from her team when she received a phone call from dispatch. The 911 operator gave her the details of a strange call that she received. She stated, her voice shaky and in a hurry to get out the information. "A call came in a few minutes ago that sounded like rustling. A girl's voice could be heard screaming something. It sounded like she said that she was kidnapped, but the transmission was abruptly stopped with what sounded like a struggle." She paused to catch her breath and to wait for directions from the detective. Mayana responded, "Got it. Were you able to get any other information of a possible location?" Dispatch responded, "Not at this time. But we have contacted the phone company to see if they can triangulate the call to get an approximate location." Fantastic. Detective Mayana was elated to receive this information. She was hopeful that it would lead to a direction to search for Sarah. Moments after the call, Mayana received another report of an erratic driver. They said that a red SUV had slammed on their brakes, nearly causing an accident. They saw a phone being thrown from the vehicle. They also noted in which direction the vehicle drove away. The vehicle was traveling north on Schuster. With this news, the police department could start their search. The detective anxiously sought after Sarah's parents to give them the update. "Monica, Francisco, come here, please." Mayana called a quick huddle. "I just received this information." She paused to carefully consider her next statement. She wanted to give the parents information to lift their spirits, but at the same time, she didn't want to give them false hope. Someone in a red SUV was seen throwing a phone out of the window on Schuster. Monica's heart sank with the news. Francisco held her tightly. Neither of them was prepared for the news, but at the same time, the information was hopeful. Detective Mayana continued her update. The dispatcher said that they heard a girl's voice in the background of a call they received just after this incident. This is what we call proof of life. Mayana paused again, trying to be thoughtful with the information. This is what we look for in cases like this. I'm sending units to retrieve the phone and to search for business cameras in that area. It's only about 8 minutes from here. Maybe only 2 miles due to traffic. So keep praying. We have a lead. Sarah's parents' hearts grew a bit stronger, knowing that Sarah was fighting for her survival. They returned to the chapel to pray. Well, that's it, guys. That's chapter 14. That's just a little piece of why I want you guys to get this book into the hands of your kids. They need this. They need Pupster II, Saving Sarah. It will provide the tools that they need to survive this kind of situation. But at the beginning of the book, the book covers some social media situations where Sarah had received lots of attention from a situation that her and Pupster were in. And so if you read Pupster I, that leads into Pupster II, but you don't have to read Pupster I in order to understand what's happening in this story. So, man, I can't stress it enough. This book is so important. My name is Tavio Soto. I am the author of Pupster and Pupster II, Saving Sarah. Please get it for your kids. And if you don't have kids, please consider donating towards my cause. My purpose is to get this book into every single child's hand within the United States. That's the first goal. I need to get it into every single school. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it into every single school. Once I have it in every single school in the United States, then we'll start to expand across the rest of the world. But man, thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time for listening to this chapter. Thank you for taking the time to donate towards this cause. This book is going to save the lives of millions of kids. And it all starts with you. And so my initial goal is to raise the money to purchase about 30,000 books. To buy these books at cost, that would cost me about $10,000. And so that's the goal. I need 30,000 books and $10,000 to get those 30,000 books. Once I have the books, I will go from school to school delivering these books and giving them for free because of you and because of what you have decided to do today, I will give these books free to the kids in the community. So thank you so much. Tavio Soto. Look me up on Amazon, and thank you for supporting this mission. Have a beautiful and wonderful day.